I have a love-hate relationship with design memes because on one hand, they're super funny. There's a core truth there that make them really, really funny. But on the other hand, they piss me off because a lot of times those jokes are showcasing the pains of very early designers or junior designers, and you can actually avoid these painful mistakes. So in today's episode, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go through design memes. We're going to laugh together, but also I'll share my advice on how you can avoid these painful mistakes. Let's rock and roll. Hey friends, what is up? My name is Ron Segal. Welcome back to Flux, where we talk everything design. And this time, let's run through some design memes. So here's my favorite page, Design Humor on Instagram. And I'm just going to start pulling off these memes and let's go through them together. Please recreate a Microsoft Word where you just spent 80 hours building in InDesign so we can edit it ourselves. Oh yeah, that is painful. And I'll be super honest, I've had to actually design Microsoft Word templates because at the end of the day, sometimes you have to use what the clients are using. And it is painful because you're so limited and you have this amazing vision. So it is sucked, but I think it's just a very good reminders to remember that at the end of the day, our work has to be useful for our clients. We have to think, we have to have the end in mind. Like, how are they going to use what we're doing? Whether it is building a website that they can update or even just a template for, their documents. Hopefully though, who uses Microsoft Word these days? Like almost no one, right? All right, let's dive through the next one. Me making design changes knowing it's going to ruin my design. I mean, I think it's so familiar. When they tell you to do something, it's going to be ugly. And at the end of the day, you do it anyway. But I think as your responsibility as a designer, as a professional, is to really you don't have to fight through them, but you have to advocate for your ideas. You don't just do what they say, especially if it's a bad idea. You have to reason through why it's a good idea or a bad idea. My favorite advice in this case is usually do what they ask you to do, but also do what you think is best and just show them two ideas and hopefully they'll pick the best one. Sometimes you can't win all battles. However, that means don't lose hope. Try to do what's best and try to advocate for it. That's your job as a designer, not just to do what you're being told, but to actually sell on your good design ideas. That moment you've sent a design off to print and realize you've made a mistake. Oh man, I have such a horrible story. Back when I was doing my design internship in Mexico, I worked on a huge music festival and we were printing the kind of like huge billboards that's going to be next to the stages. And I've been working on this project for a month just to come to the actual festival on the day and realize, watching the actual billboard, I've made a typo. That was such a horrible feeling. These people spend so much money, you spend so much time on it. At the end, it was typo. I always have typos. It sucks. I feel this. I don't have any advice on what to do with that. When you see your design work out in public, I did this. You finally get to tell your mother or your girlfriend, look, I did this. Doesn't happen that often today when we're designing website and apps, right? But when you did billboards or stuff in the newspaper, that used to be really, really good. I'm here for the senior design role. Interviewers, can you show us some samples of your work? Me, S. When do I start? I don't get it. Is it something that new designers do these days? I don't do it. I don't know. Things a designer never wants to hear in 6 words or less. I'll start. Can you do it for free? I like this. This kind of 6 words challenge, famously started by Ernest Hemingway, who won the six word story contest. But can you do it for free? Yeah, I feel. Let's go through the comments and see if there's any other good ones. Let me see some samples first. Can we make one more change? That's a great starting point, but there's some good ones here. Make it pop. I just did it by myself. One last thing. My wife doesn't like the font. Adobe Illustrator CC has stopped working. Oh man. Guys, I mean, I've been working lately with Adobe Illustrator. It crashes so many times. I've literally just stopped working with it. This is crazy. I don't know what you guys at Adobe think to yourself. We're like at 2021, your software crashes so many times. Let's see, what else do we have here? This is just so good. This is, by the way, I've shared this on my Instagram because this is so good. $500 client says, I feel as though with the investment I'm about to make with you, that we should understand how our lives are about to change, and I need the result that you bring them, and I'm entrusting you with a livelihood. And then when a $50,000 client just says, money sent, thanks, I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. This is so true. This is so true. And people don't realize this. People who are, let's call them, invest earlier in their business. They don't have a lot of money, right? They can only afford, we don't have to judge them, right? But for them, $500 might be everything that they have on this business. They're so stressed out, and they're going to actually be very, very hard client because, again, they're risking everything on the line. This is everything that they have. Meanwhile, when you're working with bigger businesses or with higher income individuals on bigger project, something like $50,000 to them is just another investment. They know how these things work. They're used to working with professionals. And so they're not stressing you. They're just sending over the money. And so it's such a big difference. Now, I know most of you are just saying, yeah, okay, so let's move into the $50,000 clients. And that's basically what we're trying to help you do here as you grow with us on this channel. However, just know that I've started with $500 clients. Most people do start off with $500 clients, and just don't hate them for it. It is where they are right now, but you will, as you grow, hopefully have to change the type of clients that you work with, so you will get to the $50,000 clients, because this is true. This is true as far as you, it's not just the money, it's how they treat you. It's how they, respect you. They're not stressing, they're treating you like a professional. So these are the steps that you want to follow. All right, let's do a couple more. Client brief versus client budget. Is this a video? Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is actually pretty good. A lot of times when I meet clients and they're sharing what they want, they're basically kind of describing a castle, but all they can offer to purchase is just like a single room apartment or something like this. And I always tell them, look, here's what your money can buy. You can only buy a 1-room apartment right now, but it's better if we use it to make a great 1-room apartment versus fantasizing and trying to build all of these different rooms, and it's just going to be crappy and shabby because you just don't have the budget to build a proper castle at the moment. So just realize what's the client budget is and try to do the best you can with it, and don't try to pull off something that's completely not reasonable within that budget. All right, last one for today. Let's see what we got here. Kids these days will never know the struggle saving estimate time left 39 years when they're trying to copy 180 megabytes copy. That is true, though. Again, with the stupid Adobe Illustrator, I was saving a file that was just like 20 or 30 megabytes, and it took it like a minute to save the file. Ridiculously fine. I'm not using Adobe Illustrator anymore if I can avoid it. Those were my takeaways for today. All right, let me know in the comments what you thought about this segment. Should we keep reviewing design memes with advice? Let me know, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.